Hey y'all. Happy Monday. Hey EJ, how you doing? Stephanie Horton, JR Black, how y'all doing? Hey Saida, hey girl, I see you in a long time. How you doing, love? Well, happy Monday, everybody. Um, y'all gonna have to help me. Y'all gonna have to help me with this one, okay? Now let me just start by saying, hey Marvelous. If you have been a subscriber of mine for a long time, like EJ, right? You ladies know that I have, hey Kim, been in battle after battle with the Manosphere, okay? Since I've been on YouTube in 2017. The first battles that I had in the black sect, the old black sect, the original black sect is what I call it, was with the Manosphere, okay? The Manosphere is the reason why I had to just start come out and just dragging them by the jock straps. Okay. Now, if you've been with me for a long time, you know this, right? There are even still some videos um in my video feed on the main page. You know the numbers of go down the videos. There's still some Manosphere videos on there, right? Okay. Now, I have warned you ladies time and time again recently about fooling with these dudes on the internet. hmm Thank you, soul sister. Right. So EJ remembers when I used to be into it with the Manosphere. EJ, can you type in the chat and let them know how many battles I have fought in the Manosphere? It don't even I don't even understand why in this day and age it's a hot mess in the Manosphere and red. It's been a hot mess. I don't even know the new generation Manosphere, but what I want to talk about today is the new generation and how they move. And see, they move differently these days. Evidently from the way that they used to move when I was into it with them over there. Okay, because I used to be into it with like O'Shea and Obsidian. Big J Triple X was the first Manosphere dude I got into it with. It I didn't even know what the Manosphere was. He came at me for no reason, just because I was a woman. I'm like, girl, are you okay? And I say girl on purpose. Who else? That old sage over there. I can't even think of his BGS. I've been into it with all of them, all of them, all of them, all of them. Okay, I don't understand. And uh, and here's the thing: they have repeatedly mistreated black women over and over again through the years. I don't understand how if there is a young black woman on YouTube that doesn't hasn't been warned. Yeah, I don't even been into it with Tommy Sotomayor. Hey, this and so about the Manosphere. Why are y'all fooling with the Manosphere? I don't understand. Why? No. Moreover, why are y'all fooling with men on the internet in general? Because we see over and over again that this does not work well. These people are mentally ill. These men are mentally ill women. We've seen examples over and over again, like even from back in the day, you know. But here recently, who we done seen? What can you name me one relationship on the internet that they met somebody on the internet that has gone well, especially if you are a black woman, if you are a melanated woman? Can you name me one? Huh? I I don't know why women are fooling. I don't even understand. And then now I understand. Thanks for saying that, Miss O, because I almost forgot to say that. Let me say it. Forget. Why are women, especially black women, now over there associating themselves with the manosphere? They said Beach was a part of the manosphere. She is a black woman. Who else? My girl George. She married one of the manosphere dudes. Now that whole thing with George and that man that she married from the manosphere, I don't get that, but okay. That's my girl though. She's still a black woman. Okay. Allow her to discuss, explain. The manosphere bill. Child, Crimson Christie. Okay, so evidently, because I've been out of the loop for a while, because I stopped arguing with those dudes when I stopped being in that sector. Now I have had to go back and do a couple of battles, well, make a couple of videos since I left him over there. Like I made a video about that girl, that Game Changer. Y'all remember Game Changer? Allegedly assaulted, and it got brought out on the internet by a female. She brought it out and made content out of it, further abusing the girl. I made a video about that. That's still on my channel. Manosphere dude. What was another one? Oh, I hadn't heard recently. I had to speak about the Manosphere in reference to what is her name? She was over here in the B sector. What is her name? And she got in food with that Orkut guy that was married. What is her name? I can't think of the girl's name no more. But anyway, I didn't understand that whole situation. Not understanding that the only thing you being used for is clout. You being used for clout. See, this Manosphere 2.0 is different from the Manosphere that I used to argue with. Let me roll it back a little bit. The Manosphere that I used to argue with, they wouldn't fool with black women at all. They repeatedly disrespected and tried to dehumanize black women. Would not fool with black women. Would not side-eye black women. Would not have anything to do with black women unless you was like a old girl over there that used to wear a scarf around her head, and she was uplifting anything the black Manosphere did, you know, because she's insecure. I can't think of her name. But anyway, she used to speak out against black women in favor of the Manosphere. They loved her over there. There's a couple of them they loved over there. Further on down the line, that dark skinned dude, I can't even think of his name right now, but he ushered in that British chick that for a while became the leader of the black Manosphere. What was her name? I can't even think of her name right now. It's just been so long ago. I don't fool with them no more, right? So this new generation is all about the clout chase, right? They are interacting. Oh, was China White over there too? I think I heard she was over there too. Yeah, well, now the leader of the black Manosphere is what's her name, Pearly Things or Pearly Gates, whatever that ugly white woman name is. That's the new leader of the black Manosphere. She took over after old boy left, the died. I know not a lot of black folks like Cynthia J, but no white woman should be threatening black. Who is this chess person? I don't even know. I've never even heard of that name. Like I said, I don't know nothing about the new generation, but I did hear that the new leader of the black Manosphere was that Anglo woman over there, Esau. Mm-hmm. 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 So they lifted her up after old boy died. What was this one that died? The one that died of a heart attack, the gay one? Him that demeans black women. And everybody was a lot of the women was, you know, happy because he was gone. It's not surprising to me, Clorio. They always put those Anglo women on the pedestal over there. Anything they can do that they think is going to hurt the black woman, that's what they're going to do. Kevin Samuels, thank you. And now they lifted Obsidian, lifted Kevin Samuels up to speak out, to be derogatory against black women. And Kevin Samuels and these black women really some of the black women really was listening to him. And he a whole gay man. His milkshake was the same flavor as the woman's milkshake. I mean, he twerking for the same thing over there. And y'all listening to that fool? I never understood that. I didn't get that. But I'm assuming he is the one that ushered in this new generation of Manosphere, right? So let me get back to the new. So I told y'all about the old Manosphere wouldn't fool with black women at all unless they were mammying and muling and pick-meing for them, right? So I heard we got some new generation mammies too, as well as some new generation mammies. So the new generation of mammies is the women that are interacting with anything connected to the Manosphere. Okay? So the reason why we're having this conversation is because for a couple of days now, I have been hearing the issue about 7 stars and the official guy, right? That's why my video is titled the way that it is. Can somebody please type out my video and put it up there for me so I can remember? And the reason why I'm calling this next generation, like I said, Manosphere, is because they wouldn't at one point in time fool with these black women at all. But now the new generation is interacting with the black women for clout. And I'm not even, and I don't mean clout as necessarily to build their channels up. They're interacting. What I mean by clout is, you know how they used to say, like, a man is, he just used you to put a notch on his belt, right? Now they are interacting with these weak certain types of black women that clearly have weak minds. Thank you, EJ. Because you fooling with them in the first place. Now the Manosphere has gotten so bad. Do you guys know? Do you ladies know that they were investigated by the FBI? Investigated by the FBI cause of what? As a hate group, and when it comes to how they use these men started taking to in action what they only used to talk about online, right? And also because of what that Manosphere did, Manosphere man, that old black man did, was in the Manosphere and put it online. What he did, they had shot them people in the subway station or something like that. Y'all remember that a couple of years ago? So they actually were investigated, probably still are investigating members of the Manosphere. That is why, oh shit, hey Selva, I'm glad you're here, girl. Just hold on a minute. Because I want you to, girl, just hold on a minute. Anyway, the Manosphere got investigated. Okay? Yes, they're labeled a hate group. And that's all they are, is incels. Okay? Now, I don't know why this next generation is fooling with this Manosphere when y'all know the history. Do you think you're going to be different? When you fooling with a man online in general, it's not going to work. Ain't nobody super puss around here. Okay? I done had this discussion before. You ain't going to change him. K. Michelle told you years ago, you can't change a man. He already grown. What you going to do? Some women still, young and old, still thinking they special. They going to change a man. You guys, oh, Beach, I'm glad you're here too. Beach, Beach, would you hit the link for me? Because I want to have a conversation with you, girl. Because I heard you was over there a part of the Manosphere. And I'm hoping that you could tell me that is not true. Because, Beach, I know for a fact you're supposed to be smarter than that. And 7 Stars, I know for a fact you smarter than fooling with anything online anyway. Whether say it's Manosphere or not. Because, see, they don't have to even be associated with the Manosphere to be clout chasing black women and misusing them for content. And we seen that with the Tracy and Rob situation. Okay? We see that with the GFTV dude. All they have to do is have the mindset. Okay? The mindset. So let me drop the link. I want both of y'all to click the link. Because I'm about 15. Okay, well, let me get the link together. Because I'm disappointed. And I mean I'm disappointed. For me to have this conversation once again about the Manosphere is disappointed me. It's disappointed me. Because y'all are black women. What the hell is going on? That's all I want to know. Y'all know better than the fool to Manosphere fools. Y'all know better than that. I don't understand. What is your pride and your dignity and your self-respect? That's what I want to know. We should not be having this conversation right now. Anyway, let me go back to hold on, let me see, is it 7? Let me get up. Yeah, we was talking about how they clout chasing these days, right? Now, when I say clout chasing, I don't mean like you clout chasing necessarily for numbers. They are is this you, 7?
Yeah, good morning.
What they're doing is interacting with black women. Now it's like they wouldn't interact with you now. They're interacting with black women to make you look like a fool because they are insecure and they are demented and weird over there. They really want to lay with each other. Okay, that's all they really want to do. All right, they want to make black women look weak. and inferior and insecure because they are really weak and inferior and insecure. They are not worthy. They have never been worthy. They will never be worthy. I don't understand. I don't get it. But anyway, 7.
How you
Well,
doing? Good morning.
I got one question for you. When you started fooling with that official dude, did you know that he was a part of the Manosphere?
I later came from the Manosphere, so to speak. I don't go over there. I most certainly don't.
You went out.
Okay, this was just he was telling me, he was a part of that like little crew. I said, okay. Let me just
7, you going in and out. I'm listening to your commentary. Okay.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but it's going in and out. You chunk of the conversation left out.
You should be able to hear me.
I hear you now. You're not going out right now.
You're the one who's actually going in and out. I think.
Am I going in and out?
Tell me if you can hear
I
me in
can
the
hear you
chat.
clearly.
Okay.
I can hear you clearly.
And now I don't know if someone called you. Did someone call you?
No, it might have been my stream yard.
Let me just say this. Okay. A lot of allegations on me yesterday. Okay. I was at work and I had to eat that. First of all, death. Okay.
What'd you say?
This was some. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. he was being else when he was over on my channel. He was on his. As far as I'm concerned, somebody saying my audio's trash. I know, I be having audio issues. Nothing's wrong with the microphone.
Yeah, it's just going in and out. I don't know why, and we're missing the some. We can hear some.
Okay, let me go out. Let me go out, and I'm gonna come back in. Can you drop the link again?
Yeah, I will absolutely drop it again.
Thank you.
Let me drop the link again, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Can y'all tell me if I'm going in and out or not? Let me know if I'm going in and out or not before we go on. And hey, everybody that's came in. So, like I said, while we're waiting for 7 to come back, if you've been with me for a while, you know that I have never had anything positive to say about the Manosphere. There are a whole bunch of weirdos that hate black women. And now this Manosphere 2.0 are actually interacting with black women in very derogatory ways, right? That is why we're seeing a lot of these interactions, these men interacting with, but the only reason why they interacting with you black women is to make you look bad, is to put a notch on their belt. That's all they're trying to do. Thank you, Levon. Thank you. That's all they want to do. That's all they want to do. They don't love you. They ain't got nothing for you. They don't like you. Okay? Hey, Verbal. I don't understand why black women are still having anything to do with the black manosphere at all. Especially now, since they directly coming for you. I have heard stories where these manosphere-minded men, they've indoctrinated a lot of these younger guys, and they have shown up at women's houses trying to abduct them and do things to them. They have had women fly out to them and they have assaulted them. We have seen what Uppity Unicorn went through with a couple of them over there. And other women as well. I just can't think of all of them right now. It's just so many incidences when it comes to this manosphere. And like I said, this is the worst type of thing on manosphere hates black women. They absolutely, they got mommy issues. They got child support issues. They got inferiority complexes when it comes to black women and careers. They got all things derogatory. They don't love black women. But now y'all allow them to interact with y'all. I somebody that's not safe. Hold on, I think it's seven's back. It's not safe. You're only a is this seven?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay,
I heard it
perfect.
before.
So
Okay.
let me just say this. What happened yesterday was horrible. Okay.
Mhm.
I would not in a million years tell all those lies on a person. You know what I mean? If it
Mhm.
happened, it happened. If it didn't, it didn't. Okay.
Mhm.
You sat up there and you blatantly lied on me. You accused me of dating a married man. I've never in my life knowingly dated a married man.
Who said
When
that?
you told me he was divorced, we
Who
talked
was
about
you?
it.
Who was you?
Beach.
Oh, Beach. Okay, is she back in the chat?
Beach told me he was divorced. And official told me he was divorced. So that's a huge lie to put on my name. Okay. You also made allegations that all of the family members were coming together to file a police report on me or a restraining order. I got his brother up there last night on my channel, and he proved that that is not true. So my whole thing is, what's really going on, Beach? Why do you feel the need to be official's human shield when he doesn't even want anything to do with you?
Well, let me ask this question. Let me ask this question here, seven. Why are you and Beach into it in the first place? And um why do y'all have smoke with each other? Why do you have yeah, why do y'all have smoke with each other when it comes to this guy? Because I don't know the origin story.
So I was actually really cool with Beach. Okay. She told me a couple of days ago that she didn't want to talk about official anymore because what happened was a girl named Taylor came about and she inboxed me and she was telling me how, you know, Beach is going around pretty much telling people that she got pumped and dumped by official. And I sent her the screenshot and I said, you know, Taylor's sitting up here saying she never met this guy.
Mhm.
So Beach goes, oh my God, I'm not doing this. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about official anymore. I don't want to talk about any of this, blah, 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 blah. I said, you know what? I said, you know what? You're right. I am being hella fucking insensitive right now because I keep forgetting you just lost your mother. Okay. My apologies. I have that in a text message receipt. Okay. So I think the very next day or maybe the same night, I said, okay, well, she don't want to talk about it anymore, but I'm going to talk about it. Baby, I'm going to talk about it until I'm blue in the face because I have to process this whole thing. The reason why I was talking to Beach about it because she also said, oh, she has no friends in real life. Oh, I have friends. I just don't have any friends that really knew of official. You knew of him. So I was talking to you about it. And I was talking to a couple of people about it. Okay.
But my
So
question is, at the time that you found out that he was involved with the ministry.
wait a minute, because I'm still not done. I'm trying to tell you how this whole thing got started. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So I go over and I'm watching ZX's panel because somebody hit me up and they're like, yo, she talking real subliminally about what's going on. I said, okay, let me go check it out. I go check it out. She's over there talking about dudes being in the witness protection program, you know, giving gems to women who are turning them into cubic zirconians. And, you know, I'm not following the advice, so I can't help you, blah, 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 blah. Now, unbeknownst to me, she had already blocked me because I texted her and I said, hey, what's going on, girl? Like, is you over there talking about me? What's going on? I would go over to ZX's panel and I hop up on the panel and I'm like, hey, what's going on, Beach? You sitting up here, you talking in subs, you being real vague, but I know you're talking about me. And if you got something you want to say, you can come up here right now and we can talk about it. She didn't want to come up. I said, I texted you about this. She said, I didn't get your text. I said, okay. So I went on my channel and I proceeded to drag her, but in a light way. So whatever was going on between us, it was over because she was pretty much letting me know that her allegiance was to a Dusty. Okay.
Mhm.
So when I wake up in the morning, somebody is like, yo, did you check her wall? I'm like, what's going on? I checked the wall she's sitting over there talking about, hey, what's going on with the student official? Did Seven get pumped and dumped? Did he go back to his wife? Did he get, abducted by the Mexican cartel? I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, so now the gloves are off. We getting into it. My whole point is, don't tell me you don't want to talk about this dude anymore, but now you're trying to silence me from talking about it on my channel.
Why do you feel like she's trying to silence you?
Because that's why she was upset. She didn't want me talking about him and his personal business on my channel, and I have every right to.
Yeah, you do. That's why the second part of my video is a diary of a much right man. We haven't got to the much right man part yet, but why do you think? Do you think she wanted to silence you because she is a part of the Manosphere, or she liked the dude, or what would be her reasoning for trying to silence you for talking about his business? Well, y'all have clearly had some kind of relationship going.
I really don't have any idea. I mean, I could speculate, but the only thing I can think of is she's the cleanup lady. Her job is to sit up here and get in between. She's the human shield. She is the human shield for these men. So when I'm going off, just like Kimmy was going off on our kick, what does she do? She needs to insert herself and try to protect them at all costs. She's a dictator.
She's not. Well, I don't even know what that means, but she wouldn't be the first one. She wouldn't be the first. They have a history of black women. Some black the pygmies over there. What is it that British girl and that verbal? What is that girl's name over there? That she supposed to be Muslim or something. George, can you hit my link? That girl over there, she out for the Manosphere. She used to do videos against black women. She had that scarf around her neck, and on her head. I can't even think of her name, but yeah. So is Beach taking up her spot? Is she still doing videos like that? Because I can't even think of her name. But yeah,
I don't think she's doing videos like that. I think, she kind of does her own thing on her channel. Like I said, we've never had an issue before.
Jessica. Yeah, the British girl is Jessica. What is the other one's name, y'all? When she used to wear that like she was supposed to be Muslim or something. What was it? The Crimson Cure? What I can't even think of her name. But anyway, if that's what Kendra D, that is absolutely her name. Thank you, Verbal. Kendra D. Kendra D did it. And I don't even think Beach. Hold on, let me see. Is this George? It is anything like Kendra D. I don't see that for the girl. But who knows? It could happen. Yeah. Hold on. Let me see this George right here. Hey, Sister George, is this you?
Yes, ma'am. Hey, lady. How you doing? Doing good, honey.
I asked you to come up here because
Hold on just a second.
All right. Now, in case y'all don't know who Sister George is married to a Manosphere man. Right? And so and Seven is telling me that she feel like Beach has been shielding. Was that your word, Seven?
Yeah, but see, what I really didn't like was she was on her community wall talking about don't mess with married men, and I'm like, wait a minute. Did you? Yeah, of course you had to have forgotten. Did you forget that you both told me he was divorced? It's the narrative spin for me.
Do you think that they were setting you up?
That's a good question.
Now, because like I said, if you know the history of the Manosphere, it sounds like a setup to me. It seemed like somebody walked you to this conversation, walked you to what's going on now, and it sounds like, okay, some women may have been, because women know women. Okay, are you back, George? George probably at work. But could you have been walked into this situation?
He definitely was walked in the situation, because before he even met me, he knew everything about me. He even knew about my childhood. Now, who told him all of that?
It sounds to me like the usual suspect.
Okay. So, and then what he did was when he did jump into my inbox. I know there was another narrative spin that I was contacting him, that none of that is true. When he finally did get in my inbox, he was talking to me about it. And I was like, why is he telling me all this stuff about himself? He was sending me pictures of his mom, of his dad, talking about how he was an abortion survivor, all type of ish. And I was like, okay.
Well, that's to that is to make you
Oh, we
start
already know what it is. Yeah. Yeah.
having some type of feeling towards him, or
Mm-hmm.
women are no, we are naturally nurturers. So if you're telling a woman a story like that, of course her heart is going to get soft in that situation. And we have and especially when it comes to black women, whether we want to admit it or not, we were it's like in our DNA to protect these black men, right? But you have to resist that urge, especially when it comes to perfect is these manosphere minded men. Okay, because I so it's Beach back. Hey, Beach, will you hit the link now? Let me drop the link. I don't know if she can or not, or even if she will. But I
Oh,
really want to.
trust me, Beach isn't doing anything. She can hit the link.
Well, because here's my issue. And this is the reason why I asked George to come up here. And I'm trying to wait till she come back to go into the second part of the conversation. He played the sympathy. Yeah, he played the sympathy card. That's how they, you know. I mean, if you are a grown woman, right? You know how niggas run game. That ain't nothing but game, and you got to be able to tell the difference between. Oh, you at the dentist, so you can't hit the link. Okay, but anyway, we
Of
know how
course.
these dudes run game. Okay, that's what they do. They run game. And then, like I said, it's sound. And I wanted Beach to come up here because I don't want to talk about, but at least she's in the chat. She's at the dentist, so you can hear me. So, Beach, can you type in the chat? Tell me honestly. Let me see. Is this her? Yeah, this might be Beachy right here. Let me put. Oh Lord, what was that I saw? Hold on, y'all. Let me put my. I don't know what I saw, and I hope it wasn't what I thought I was. Hold on. Do you want your camera on or off, love? Because your camera is on. You want to cut it off or keep it on before I click you in? Because you're not in yet, so you can click it off. Yeah, I see you at the dentist. I see it. I can see it now. You're not lying. So I'm going to hit. I'm going to click you in.
Mute for a while so I can step out and talk because I don't have my earbuds. Okay, I'm gonna try to go to the car.
Okay. You know
And
your
that's my
camera's on, right?
yeah. I know the camera on, but I was just showing for the people who think I'm not doing anything. No, we have families and children. We do have stuff to do. Okay, so get it right, baby girl. Okay, get it right. All right, let me step out if I can. Okay, if I can't,
Okay.
I'm gonna. You look, I just can't. Okay, because I am here with family. Okay,
Okay, yeah, because I really
be
just had one
clear.
question, Beach, if you had time for me.
Uh-oh, I am so sorry, y'all. Miss Olivia had a call for work, but
Okay, George. I know you're
yeah.
busy, George, and I know that you are busy. I know all the stuff that you got going on in your world. You're actually a hardworking woman, a very successful hardworking woman. But George, the
Trying to
reason why
be.
I asked you to come up here, is because now George. Now you know
Hmm.
me and you they had a couple of words about the manosphere, right?
Of
But
course.
George, have you noticed what I'm calling the manosphere, the new generation manosphere, how they are interacting with black women, how every time
Yeah.
they're interacting with them on purpose. It's like they trying to walk them into this situation, have these situations. Because we've seen it a couple of times with the art cook and the chick, what is her name? Peace Love and his wife and that whole situation and that history that he got with women online. That we're seeing the situation going right now. So I'm just boy, I asked you to come up here because you're married to a minister, man. Or I don't even know if he's still a minister or not, but what is going on with the new generation manosphere?
I think that um you have some guys that really don't like women.
Yeah.
And from the situation that I heard with Seven and Dusty, um Dusty played I was listening, I've been listening in the clouds for like the last few days because he was in our sector.
Yeah.
But it seemed like he was playing games from the very, very beginning.
Yeah. That's why I
And
asked her if she was walked. Did she feel like she was walked into the situation? Go ahead, George.
now I don't know all the ins and out between her and Beach or whatever. I don't know. But like listening to Seven's commentary about everything, it just sounded like that he has always been on this type of time and
Mm-hmm.
that he really didn't mean her any good from the
Mm-mm.
start. But
Right.
I was kind of like this as soon as I heard that he had 5 kids by 5 different women
Thank you.
or 6 kids by 5 different women. I'd have
Yeah.
got everything would have went dry and I would have ran for the hills.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
yeah, so
That's the
I
much
think
right end of the commentary that I'm gonna be talking about. If you meet a guy and you know I think that he got more than one baby mama, that means that is not the guy for you. That is a much right man. Do y'all know
yeah,
what a much right man is? See, the old women used to call this type of dude a much right man. Let me tell you what a much right man is. A much right man simply is a man, and then you get women fussing over a much right man, right? The reason why I want to have this conversation because what's going on with Beach and Seven Stars right now. A much right man is a man that one woman got just as much right to as the other woman. That is a much right man. Like he community ping. I think that's what they call it nowadays. And so my issue is I don't understand why the women, unless Seven feels like Beach and Official walked her into this situation, why is the conflict between women when the issue
yeah.
is Manosphere dude?
I think that Seven was hurt in this situation because the way he was very, very attentive to her, you
Right.
know, offering consistency, basically love bombing her. And, you know, it seems like his seduction was real strong or whatever. So, you know, I was like, yeah, shit. I wish I could have said something because I'm like, if a person tell you they got that many kids by that many different women, all the problems is definitely not going to be on the women. It's because it shows a pattern of behavior, and
Exactly.
so when you have guys like that, then they know exactly what to say.
Yep.
And the fact that he had been watching her for a while
Yeah.
prior to her even
That's
knowing
why I feel
that
like
she
he was
was
set
being
up just like
watched.
Yep.
Yeah, I was like, oh, he full of shit. He been
Yeah.
full of shit.
I feel
So
like it was set up.
yeah, and not. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't put it more so on Beach. I think when guys recognize that we want relationships and
Yeah.
we're looking for love, a lot of men will take that and exploit that
Yeah.
when they know and they know exactly what to say. They know the type of guys we be attracted to. A lot of guys will sit there and watch you and
Yeah.
use everything against you.
And
So
prey on you. They are
yeah,
preying on women. And I don't know. I've had this conversation before about these online relationships, especially this YouTube stuff. These men are preying on you, using you for clout, using you for content. Um, and this is a perfect example. It's done happened before.
yeah,
I'll say it that
yeah,
way.
it has. And it's just unfortunate. But
I'm
ladies,
sorry,
I
Sister
really have
George.
to
Let me just interject really quick. Beach is saying there's nothing more I can add that won't be hurtful, so I'm gonna let Sister G run it. Well, for starters, you can stop lying because you've been lying on me this entire time. Okay,
Well,
thank you. Go
well,
ahead, Sister George. I'm sorry to cut you off like that.
let me cut both of y'all out. The question that I had for you, and the only thing that I wanted to ask you is why you seem to be over there a part of the Black Manosphere. My question is why, and what is your role over there?
yeah, oh, well, Miss Olivia, actually, I'm not in the Black
No,
Manosphere.
no, that was the question for Beach. That was for
Oh,
Beach.
okay, 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 okay.
That was for Beach.
Um, yeah, but I did hey I was in that sector for a while,
Right,
and I think one of the things that I've noticed is that when it comes down to men, I've been hurt by men, but I've also been hurt by women, and I don't
right,
think they
right.
are lying every time they say something bad about women, but I think there's extremes on both sides. So I
Right.
think everybody has responsibility for the demise of our community. So I can't put it all off on women, but I
Absolutely.
don't put it all off on men either, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. And I know that you are middle of the road because I have heard, your videos or whatever, and I absolutely agree. The issue here is accountability at the end of the day, right? That's the bottom line. If you know, you should be able to see the red flags that we were talking about, right? This guy had several baby mamas. I guess he got a wife, had a wife, or whatever was going on. He part of this manosphere, new generation. And when it comes to these, most of those guys, I don't know. I don't know nothing about this new generation. But the old days ministry didn't fool with black women at all. But now they seem to be interacting to make these women look bad. That's
Yeah.
what I mean by walking some of these women into the situations like that awkward situation. That was real messy and uncalled for to the point to where his wife had to get online and defend herself. Okay, because you got a female swinging harder than he was swinging. And so that's why that situation got so out of hand, in my opinion. It wasn't even cause of him at the end of the day, because when it comes to women, we know that if it's a man involved, at the end of the day, the women are gonna. It's not no longer gonna be about the man is gonna be a subtext. It's gonna become a battle between women, and that's what
Yeah.
that all Cook situation was a perfect example of peace love going against his wife. It became about the women.
Well, I hope that Seven and Beach are able to resolve their what you call this, because it shouldn't even be them, um, having any conflict more so than his actions and his bullshit.
I
That
just
And
find it interesting that, she's out here doing all this capping and caping for official, but he would never do anything like that for you. I just think that's
you
the
don't have
funniest
to.
thing.
Because he don't have to. That's what
He would
she there for.
never.
You don't have to. That's what she there for. That's what peace love was there for. All he got to do is get the pot stirred and sit
Wait,
back and
you
watch.
keep saying peace, love. What is peace, love?
She don't have nothing to do with your situation. That's
Okay.
just really an example of a minister dude setting up these two women to go at it with each other. It's merely an example. That's all. She don't have nothing to do with this. But she's a perfect example of how these manosphere dudes, men, these black men that hate black women online. And in the first place, I don't understand um how y'all figure y'all can have a positive relationship. Now, when it comes to Joy, she is a misnomer because she has got married to this man and they have moved forward in her life, from what I understand. But
yes, ma'am.
generally,
And he and I talked for a full year before
right,
we actually got into any type of real dealings. But I was able to establish more of a rapport because we talked and we were just friends for a long time. When guys are trying to rush, and Seven, you were picking up on things, and I'm glad you didn't get caught up in much more than what happened, but you
yes,
were
God,
picking up on things like when he was starting to move fast and then trying to move into your crib and trying to get a place together, and you was like, nah, we should just live apart. I was like, girl, yes, because
And
that's exactly what they'll do.
thank you very much for saying that,
right.
because people have been on here trying to make me feel crazy.
I think um when you want to be loved and you wanting to be in a relationship, and a guy can smell that and he exploits that. I
Yeah,
think a lot of us have been involved in those situations.
yeah,
So I've had that happen to me before too. So I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't know, oh, what you're going through. It's harsh, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, oh, I'm so glad you didn't get caught up in, because it could have been much worse. And I'm glad you didn't get caught up in it all the way. And that it's I'll just say how it's just online bullshit, and you're not
yeah.
having to really, really deal with this in real life, and you didn't lose anything from this situation. So, I'm just that's a very fortunate thing,
And
and I
I
would look
think
at it
that
like that and,
even,
and keep it right on moving, honey. He ain't
yeah,
stopped
I
nothing.
think that you learned a very valuable lesson. Some women learn this lesson early on in life. Okay, men, some certain types of men will prey on you. They are very abusive. See, there are a lot of forms of abuse. Emotional abuse is a form of abuse. Whereas this official guy, he might not lay his hands and be physically violent towards women, but when you do stuff like love bombing, and all this extra stuff that he was doing, that is a form of abuse. And we know that when it comes, especially most of these guys in the black manosphere, they are very abusive. So it really is another form of abuse. And so you have learned a lesson that I learned in my 20s. You never let men prey on you. You never, when they come in with all these five stories real fast, like you said, want to move in real fast, and all of this and all that. Anything that sounds too good to be true, honey, it's too good to be true. All
Okay,
right.
I wanna address something. So Food Junkie says, so who is to blame for someone else's desperation? I wasn't desperate. Like I said, I was over here doing my own thing. I wasn't bothering anybody. And I most certainly was not hanging out in the goddamn manosphere. I was over here in the beef sector doing my commentary, doing my thing. I was sought after, is what I'm saying. And
But my
even,
question is,
but here's the thing, even in the beginning of the relationship, I was trying to take it slow. I was like, hey, you're a good friend. Oh, I'm not interested in you and being friends. I want to be together. I want to do that. You know what I mean? So maybe I was gullible, but desperate. I was never desperate. Be clear. Thank you. Go ahead, Sister George.
Well, honey, I'm like I said, I'm glad that it didn't turn out any worse than what it could have, and you weren't left with a baby or anything crazy like that. I'm really happy that you got out of it before any permanent consequences could have happened. And that, that's you I feel like you probably learned um a lesson that I think a lot of women go through. So, uh, child, you'll be fine. But
Oh yes.
I gotta get back to work. Thank you so much for having me up.
that-
And Seven, I did do some a little commentary on it, but it's basically what I said up here. So,
Well,
I
yeah,
want you to go back
that's
and be
fine.
like, what the hell?
thank
Yeah,
you, thank you
this
for
is my first time meeting you. I know for a fact when I was dealing with official, I think you were one of the people he followed because I was trying to get his followers to convert over to like an IG page and all that. But anyway,
Oh,
I knew he was following you and you were following him. So
yeah,
Well, thanks for
yeah.
taking the time to out of your busy day, George, to pop up on the panel real quick. I appreciate you, man.
Thank you so much, Miss O. Y'all have a good day.
You too,
thank you.
baby. Thank you so
All right,
much.
bye.
And so I guess Beach never answered my question. But when it comes to like I said, I really feel like maybe you learned a valuable lesson, right? And so anything that any man that's coming at you that fast, that is an issue. That those are the men that you don't fool with. I had this conversation with my nieces years and years ago when they were in their early 20s. You never let somebody prey on you. You have to know the signs. You can't. I don't care. Everybody want to be with somebody, right? But
Sure.
you can't let your need for wanting to be in a relationship override your common sense, right? And so when you was listening, when you was feeling, when you was being shown these signs, right?
Hmm.
But you still, your unconscious mind is telling you, is giving you it's like flash, like the red light flash, it's just warning, 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 warning. But sometimes we will override those warnings that our women's intuition is giving us, and it seems
Hmm.
like for whatever reason you allowed your intuition to be overridden by what the man was doing, what he was
Sure.
saying. I do. You know what I mean?
Sure. Sure.
That is a
Sure.
hard
Let me just say this. We all make mistakes. The same way Food Junkie is full on married up in here, but he was sending dick pics and,
Well,
stalking Sean Bradley. Let me just say this. Let me just say this. I hate that y'all keep coming down on me like you should have been better than this whole thing. Like,
I'm not coming
excuse
down
me?
on nobody. I'm not coming down. Let me just say, I'm not coming down on anybody because
Yeah.
people are going to do what they're going to do. But my only reason why I'm doing this video is because I have been going at these manosphere idiots for years and years and years. And this same conversation that I'm having with you right now, I've had several times before I even came into the beef sector. When you hear the name manosphere associated with any man, especially online, you need to run for the hills. That is not a good thing.
Oh, you
That
think?
that is my issue.
You
That
think?
so when you heard that he was involved with the Manosphere, you should have left him alone. In my opinion.
Wait. Yeah, I probably should have. I don't deal in the Manosphere, period. I go over there sometimes and I hear like the talking points. You know, there's some like really smart people that I follow who I guess could be considered
There is
Manosphere.
nobody smart in the Manosphere. There is no man in that Manosphere smart. They are manipulative. They are sick. They are terrorists, especially when it comes to black women. They are incels. They are weird, and they really only want to lay with each other. It's just like I heard at one point in time they were saying the dude was gay. So, and then just cause a gay man can have sex with a woman, that don't mean he ain't having sex with another man. Right. That just means he's a freak. That just means he's a top. That means he can stick it in whatever. That's what that means. So it don't mean that he's still not sticking it in men. Do you see what I'm saying? And that is those guys, they really only want to lay with one another. That's really all they want. That is the reason why it's the Manosphere. They got that they start calling the black Manosphere. That name actually derived from the white Manosphere. And black men start taking up their talking points and start calling themselves the black Manosphere. But the first Manosphere, from what I understand on YouTube, was the white Manosphere. And black men start interacting with them, and they don't want to interact with the black men, so they started up the black Manosphere. And we know that when it comes to Esau, them Greeks, they really only want to lay with one another. So I don't even understand. That's my issue here. Anything online is not for you. And I have had this conversation before. And it hurts my feelings to see a smart woman go for something like this for whatever reason. Yeah, you got to be able to learn the science. Nothing is going to work online. I don't believe in this online relationship stuff. I don't care how many people lift it up. I don't care how many people think it's going to work. It ain't going to work. That's not good. That's not a good sign. So if you come at, and then when it come to Beach, the Beach is over there, defending this official or whoever else. She's defending over there. She need to check herself too. Because why are you fooling with the Manosphere when they don't like you, when they're using you? What does that say about you? Just like people saying, what does it say about Seven Beach? What does it say about you? Because you're a whole mammy over there, from what I understand. And you are a smart, college-educated woman. Why are you doing that? That is really my question. My question, and the purpose of the video, is why. I do not understand how y'all are allowing yourselves to get involved with this fool. Then if a man got more than one baby mama, that means he got a lot of child support. So what the hell is he gonna do for you? Just in general, what can he do for you? And he bogged up with child support from now to eternity. What he can? What I don't. And then you got a lot of women. A lot of women these days, they fall for this. I don't need a man to do nothing for me. That is an excuse. Because if he is supposed to be the head of the household, and he is supposed to be the hunter-gatherer, he is supposed to be a provider. I don't care if you got $1 million career. He still got to be bringing something to the plate. And if you got 5 or 6 kids and you on child support and an ex-wife and whatever the hell you got, he can't do nothing for you. Why are you fooling with him? That is ridiculous. You never fool with a man like that. That is ridiculous. I don't understand the new generation Manosphere, and I don't understand a lot of these young women. You got women online begging for cash apps, and they say they got a damn husband. Why? You don't have a man, you got another child. I don't understand that. So that's the purpose of the video. That's why I wanted you and Beach to come up here. Because it really ain't about that fool. It's about the woman's mindset. I don't care nothing about no. I don't want our women to be treated like this. I don't want it.
Well,
so like I said,
I wanted her to come up too. I wanted her to explain why she lied about him being divorced. I mean, like I said, we don't know. We don't know if he's married or divorced. Why did you do that?
Walked into it because I feel like you was walked into it. I feel like you was set up.
So So where is she?
Why did you allow yourself to get set up?
That's crazy.
Why did you allow yourself to be set up?
I didn't allow myself to be nothing. I
Yes,
was
you
over
did.
here. No, I didn't. No, I
Let me tell
didn't.
you how you did. Yes, you
I
did.
was over here. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do it.
I was
Because,
over here
like I said, this is the
minding my
same
own
conversation that I would
business.
have with my nieces. Why
Stop
are you
it.
allowing yourself to be treated this
Don't
way?
do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I was over here doing my own thing. I wasn't in no fucking manosphere. Period. She's the manosphere mammy. I'm
But
not a
you
manosphere
told
nothing.
you told me earlier that
It
you had
don't matter. I was
manosphere.
having
It
fun.
does
I was
matter.
hanging out with somebody and I was having a good time and I was partially trolling. When all of this heavy shit started coming in, oh, I think I'm in love. I think I want to get married. Let's move in. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on? I did exactly what I was supposed to do. Period. I'm not in a new lease. I don't have any kids. I'm fine. Period. So to sit up and say, how could you do you understand this motherfucker has ghosted bitches that he's had kids with?
Do you understand?
Do you understand he has destroyed lives? He has had children with women and ghosted them. I'm not in that position and I'm very grateful.
What I don't understand
Very,
is why
very
you
grateful.
allow yourself to be involved in the first place.
I don't care. I'm telling you. I'm telling you what it is. Like I said, everything has been documented on my channel. Y'all watch because now y'all got something to talk about, and that's real cute. But be clear, I didn't walk myself into anything.
But
if
you
anything,
did.
somebody thought they could feed me to somebody, and they ended up feeding that nigga to me. That's it.
But why? At the end of the day, the only question that I have, and I think you're taking it the wrong way, the purpose of the video is simply to ask why over and over again are we still having these issues coming up with these dudes online. That is the purpose of the video, Seven.
Because it's just human nature. It's just human nature. Yes, it is. Listen. Do you want to live in a perfect world where everybody makes perfect decisions and everybody gets married? Like, come on. These things happen. These things happen. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. These things happen. You got married people up here right now looking for some tail online. These things happen. They just happen. And you have to be vigilant. That's it. But you can't sit up there. You cannot sit up there and be like, oh, you should have been better. Fuck that. This is my life. I have to live it. I have to learn from it. And that's it. I have to live it and I have to learn from it and I have to move on. That's it. I don't have to sit up here and be perfect for nobody.
Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. What are you talking about?
You're asking me to be perfect. I'm not perfect.
I'm not asking you to be perfect. I'm asking you to be smart and care about yourself and love yourself enough not to fall prey to these fools.
Let me tell you something. I did love myself, and that's why I attracted a motherfucking Dusty, because I love myself. How about that? I was over here doing my own thing. That whole notion you attract what you put out, that's a motherfucking lie. Because if that was the truth, people wouldn't prey on other people. Okay? I was over here going to the gym, eating healthy, minding my own fucking business, doing bullshit commentary on my channel that got 0 views. I was happy. I was content. So I don't want to hear any of that BS.
Well, it's not bullshit being smart.
I was sought after. A motherfucker
you didn't have to, yes,
no. Somebody watched me.
Hold on. Listen to me. Listen to me. Yes, I believe that you know like you're talking over because you don't want to
years. Okay. Somebody watched
you studied me for 2 years,
and then guess what? You had a bitch like Beach in the background feeding this nigga all type of information about me that I didn't even know she was doing.
At the end of the day, Seven.
Okay.
Whether you were set up or not, we all have choices in life. That is the purpose of the video.
Yes. Yes.
You're not.
And guess what? When I go out today, I'm going to make 50,000. I'm going to make 11 more choices. Okay. When I wake up tomorrow, I'm going to make 11 more choices. You may not agree with them, and that's fine.
It's not whether I agree or disagree with, because it's your life.
Yes, exactly. My life. My life.
Another reason for this video is because, number one, if you put it on YouTube, people gonna talk about it. Number two, this is a very good teachable moment for women that do want to listen. That you shouldn't allow yourself to fall prey to anything.
Yes. That's why I put it out here. Please, everybody, learn from me.
I mean, they already know.
They don't already know nothing, because guess what? Beach is over there talking about how she be getting ready to feed some of her other moderators over to this nigga. that she ain't talking to. Understand this. It is a teachable moment, and that's why I made the videos. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody learned from what the fuck I just went through, and that's it.
Well, you made
you don't come up here talking to me about you got to do, you got to be business, you got to be smart. I could be whatever I want to be. I'm still living, I'm still breathing, I still got my job, I'm still doing me. I don't come on here, I don't ask y'all motherfuckers for shit. Okay.
When you get mad at about the wrong
I'm not
thing.
getting mad at you. We're just having a conversation, and yes, I'm very passionate right now because you all be trying to come down on me, and I'm like, wait a minute, look at the lives y'all live. Look at the lives. I'm talking about even the people in the chat. Look at the lives that you guys live. And y'all sitting up here trying to come down on me, and you got people out here who are married and chasing people online and all. Like, come on now, don't do that.
I'm not trying to come down on you. I'm not trying to come down on you. What I was trying to do was drop a few gems, and if you choose not to pick them up, that's on you, because I am older. And that's why the part of this video says the diary of a much right man. I sit up here and I explain to you what a much right man is, right? See, these games that's going on around online, they have been going around in real life for years. Before there was the invention of this internet. These men are not new types of men. Okay, it's just that they've taken it online. And what's so scary about it is instead of you fooling with a nigga in your own city to where you already know what he got going on, which you can make an informed choice because he is right there in the flesh with you, you're having these kind of situations hop up with dudes online that you know nothing about. That's what's making it more dangerous. And it's coming to the point to where now it's dangerous. It's dangerous to fall for these shenanigans. And as far as Beach goes, if Beach is involved and to try to cape for these niggas in any kind of way, she is wrong for that too. And what does that say about you? Well, my issue is the issue at the end of the day is about accountability. So whether you want to get mad about it or not, we are all adults at the end of the day. And you know that you need to make better choices with yourself. You should not play Russian roulette with yourself, with your life, because you know what? At the end of the day, these men are so psychotic that they would harm you. They will unalive you. And dad is dead at the end of the day.
I agree.
That was the purpose of the video.
Yeah,
I don't care how it went down. If you were shown the red flags and you didn't walk away at the time of the red, I don't care what this woman said to you. Red flags is red flags. Number one red flag, whether you knew he was in a Manosphere or not, he got 5 or 6 baby mamas. That means you walk your ass away, because it ain't nothing that he can ever do for you. And that means he got a track record.
Like I said, let me say this. Wait. Let me say this. I fully agree with you. Okay, I should not have to agree. I should not, but I just can. I mean, goddamn, damned if I do, damned if I don't. Can I talk? I'm telling you, I agree with you. I should have walked away from that situation when I found that out. We were having a date and he was telling me about it, and I was just like, damn, and I felt real uneasy about it. And I remember I got up and I went to the bathroom and I was just like, damn, why the fuck? And he's just so happy and gleeful about it. I was like, he was like, yeah, we all get along. I was like, okay, you're absolutely right. I should never have entertained this motherfucker. I'm agreeing with you. What you want me to say? Looking back at it, I should have never entertained him. That's it. But I did. And now I'm paying the consequences of it. That's fine.
But you're really not paying nothing at the end of the day.
Okay.
You didn't even have to. Let me tell you why you don't have to be. We shouldn't be having this conversation online, right?
Let me tell you something, Olivia. What you want to do right now is you want to whack your fucking finger at a bitch. That's what you want to do. I'm not. Because I'm sitting up here and I'm telling you, I agree with what you're saying. I fucked up. Period. I fucked up and I should have never did anything like that. And you're continuing, you just want to wag your finger, and it's like, girl, don't do it. You've lived a life. Be clear, you've lived a life and you already know how it goes down. That's how it is.
That's why I'm doing the video.
We're sitting up here and you want us to all learn from you, the mother of the Oracle and all that. Let me just say this. It's my life. I can make my own mistakes. I don't have to learn from what you got going on. When I sat up there, I listen, I told you, when he told me he had all them kids, I should have walked, period.
This video is just not for you, Seven.
I should have walked. Yeah, I'm guessing it isn't. I'm guessing it isn't, because I'm not gonna sit up here and let you wag your goddamn finger at me. I'm not gonna sit up here and let you wag my finger. Like, I'm not gonna do that. You sitting up here, we got somebody in the chat right now who is actually setting women up to get fucked over by these dudes, and you're sitting up here wagging your goddamn finger at me because I had a bad situation with somebody. Wait a minute. I had a bad situation with somebody. I'm admitting it. I haven't lied about anything that happened on my channel, and you like, what are you doing?
Because I don't get. Look, let me tell you something.
Get out of your self-righteous bullshit right now and just have a real conversation with me.
You lashing out at the wrong person.
It's not. I'm mad at nothing. I'm not mad at anybody right now. I'm talking to you. Get out of your self-righteous bullshit, and you can have a conversation with me. Because I'm not running. I'm telling you, all that wagging of the finger. We're not doing that.
I'm not wagging a finger. I'm not wagging a finger because I am telling you the truth. That's why I don't have to wag a finger. Okay, I have given you several examples of the same thing that's went on. The purpose is not to wag a finger. The purpose is just to ask why. And so you answered that question, so that's fine. But me wagging a finger, what is that going to do?
Okay.
But see, there's somebody out here listening that maybe if they listen to your story and other stories that we've been talking about, they won't fall for the same thing that I was talking about before you. Before it was this 7 situation going right now, there have been others way before you. Women have been assaulted by those dudes in the Manosphere over there. All of that stuff is online. It's a history of these whole weirdos. It's a history of, you ain't the first, and unfortunately, you ain't gonna be the last. So every once in a while, I come out here and do a video.
Yeah.
Because I've been going at these dudes since I've been online.
Yeah. And let me just say this. I'm taking accountability for my whole part in this.
So if I'm documenting everything, not even at you, it's at them. Because that's the same thing I've been doing for years. And like I said, you're taking it the wrong way. You're taking it the wrong way. And that's
I'm definitely not taking it the wrong way. My third eye is way motherfucking open. And I can tell when motherfuckers be on some bullshit. And I'm not necessarily accusing you. I'm not necessarily accusing you of being on bullshit. What I'm saying is it's been a lot of talk. Okay. And I'm watching it. And you know, I'm seeing the videos and stuff, and it's okay. Like I said, I anticipated this blowback. Okay. But like I said, I wanted to get on here and I wanted to tell, no. I wanted to get on here on my own personal channel. I mean, remember, y'all motherfuckers got to come over to me to watch what the fuck is going on. Okay. I'm not going to anybody. Y'all coming over to me and y'all watching what's going on. And I'm telling you the real story. I'm not embellishing anything. I'm not lying about anything. Everything that I have said can be confirmed. Okay. Now, what you got to do is you have to ask other people what their intentions are, because that is where the sinister plot comes in. Okay.
That is what I'm doing.
Okay. Okay.
Did you not ask that question earlier?
No. It's fine. Go ahead, because I've been talking over you. So go ahead. Mm-hmm.
The girl wanted the link. I've asked her. I said, Seven, it seemed like you was walked into a trap. Do you feel like Beach? And this dude was setting you up? I asked that a long time ago. Mm-hmm. She didn't never come up. First, she hit the link. Then she said she was at the dentist's office. She don't want to come up and listen.
She don't want to come up and she don't want to address all the lies. And I can understand that. I mean, that's pretty damning. I mean, all them lies you told me yesterday. Of course, you wouldn't want to come up and address them. No. So I can understand that. I can understand it.
Well, I hate that you felt like I was trying to point a finger at you, because that is not the purpose of the video. But I also understand you got a right to be upset, but for future reference, you should always follow your intuition, no matter what.
Right, and I wasn't, because my intuition was very strong in this, and I chose to just look a different way. Like I said, it's okay. Sometimes people wake up one day and they're like, hey, I'm lonely. And somebody's coming in and they're telling you everything you want to hear. Okay. And
But do you feel like you're too
But
old to
people
go
love
through?
that. That's what I'm saying. That's the purpose of love bombing, isn't it? I mean, how many people get love bombed and they're like, "Oh no, you're trying to love bomb me. I'm leaving." No, that's the purpose of it. That's why the love bombing works. Okay.
But do you feel like you're too old to go for something like that? Because ain't you 30 something years old?
I don't think I'm too old for nothing. Not when there's 50-year-old bitches going through the same thing. Not when there's 45-year-old women going through the not when Cher, who is like 78 years old, just got love bombed by a little young nigga.
And
No,
I'm
I don't think I'm too old for anything.
Ain't you too old to go for that?
Let me just say this: to sit up and say you're too old for something. I mean, it really depends on how you look. I mean, if nobody's checking for you, if your phone is dry, then it is what it is. When people are checking for you, yeah, you can get caught up in some very sticky situations. I mean, let's just be clear.
Even if somebody is checking for you, you still have to be smart.
I agree, but like I said, I am entitled to make my own mistakes. You're not paying for them. I am.
Absolutely not. You're right. Yeah. Right.
You're not paying for them. I am.
Video.
Okay. Yeah. So do what you do what you always been doing, and sit over here and talk about it and have commentary and do what you got to do. But don't sit up here and come down on me and tell me what I should and shouldn't do and how to be smart and not to be smart. I'm a very smart person. Okay. I chose to look the other way.
Okay. Well, just let me say, I don't even understand why you are saying that I'm coming down on you. I have no relation to you. This is my commentary. This is the same conversation that I've had over and over again. I tried to say, I guess you didn't hear that part, right? Since before I knew it was a 7, since I knew it was for a black, it was a B sector. I've had these conversations since 2017. This ain't nothing new. I'm not doing no commentary.
It's very easy. And I've been guilty of this too. I've done this too. It's very easy to be the person on the outside looking in and be completely like judgmental about it. I've done that too.
Being judgmental. I'm not being judgmental.
I've done that
fact. There's a difference between judgment and fact. I'm not being judgmental. I am simply stating a fact. The same facts that I have been stating since 2017. This ain't nothing new.
Somebody said, "Hey, can you ask 7 why she called the man's family?" Because somebody was on here lying on me, and all of y'all believed it. That's why.
Really, at the end of the day, it don't matter what nobody believes.
Somebody was on here lying on me, telling vicious lies about me, and y'all all believed it. So yeah, I contacted the family, and he didn't have a problem with it. And y'all found out that nobody's filing restraining orders on me. There are no 12 people. If he has 5 baby mamas, a brother, a sister, and a mama, how does that equate to 12 people? You have to know when somebody is lying to your ass, is what I'm telling you. So that's why I contacted the family. Okay. And guess what? The family said, we ain't never got no stalker 5s from you. So you let somebody come on here and lie to you, didn't provide any receipts, and y'all ate it up and y'all loved it. That's why I contacted the family, and we can move right along.
Who is y'all? See, it seemed like you putting everybody under the same blanket.
I have to.
I'm not under that blanket.
I know you're not. I didn't see you over there, but I'm just saying there's people in the chat too. We're not here. We're not alone. Okay.
I know we're not alone.
Yeah.
And that's the purpose of the video.
Mm-hmm.
To try to help somebody else. They won't have to go through nothing like this because it's absolutely uncalled for at the end of the day.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the purpose of my videos too.
Yep. Well, yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks for sharing.
Thank you. All right. I'm out of here. Have a good night or day. Bye.
Mm-hmm. But like I said, y'all, the purpose of the video is the same thing that I have been trying to achieve over and over again since 2017, right? Like the old people used to say, if you don't start nothing, it won't be nothing, right? And so I don't understand how us as women, because that is who I'm talking to, no matter your age, how us as women are falling prey to these kind of things. I'm not wagging no fingers at nobody. I am not judgmental, but what I am doing is stating a fact. Okay? And the fact of the matter is, if you're dealing with anything that you done heard is any part of a manosphere, if you're dealing with any man that's got more than one baby mama, 5 or 6 kids, That is not a good thing. If you're dealing with any man that's gonna whisper sweet nothings in your ears and want to move in with you immediately and whatever the fuck was going on, that is a red flag. That is an emotional abuser. And somebody said earlier, like EJ said, what I am speaking about is safety. I don't care nothing about nobody saying, well, I was minding my own business and we all get lost. So sometimes the problem with women is you got everything positive going for yourself. And I'm talking about some women in general, right? You got everything, especially black women. Especially black women. We are stronger, we are smarter, and we are supposed to be better. And even if you are lonely, it does not give you a right to subject yourself to danger. Why would you do that? That is the purpose of the video. Okay? A problem with a lot of women these days, especially a lot of younger women, number one is they had nobody older telling them these things. That's why I come online and we're having yet another video about this discussion. Because you do have 50, 60, 70-year-old women, I guess, that are allowing themselves, because of loneliness, to fall prey to this nonsense. And a lot of the times, the reason why you allow yourself to fall prey to this nonsense is simply because you think you are lonely. Let me tell you something. If you love yourself first, you don't have to be lonely. There is no need. But what you should do is, because a lot of people don't even believe in spiritual warfare and they don't believe in the power of prayer. Okay? If you are a smart woman and what she said, people is checking for you, the first thing you should run from is the nigga that's checking for you. Because that's the nigga that you don't want. That's the demon. That's the succubus. Them the ones you don't want. Okay? Them the ones you shy away from. It is not safe in this world today to still be having this conversation. So I hope that you guys didn't feel like I was trying to point a finger. No, I am trying to once again drop some gems. Okay? In general. This is just yet another example in a long line of examples. And it hurts my feelings when I see women, especially black women, going through this stuff. Do you even pray anymore? Because prayer does change things. When you got women that pray for a man, right? Just any old kind of man at all. Even when it comes to prayer, you have to be specific when it comes to praying to the Lord for a man. Okay? This is how you shield yourself and guard your heart. As women, we have to guard our hearts. The reason why we have to guard our hearts, because we are nurturers. And if you don't guard your heart will get trampled on. And you're going to be hurt. And that is what I don't want. And that is the purpose of the video. See, this conversation right here, it would have went all the way left if it was one of these little heifers in my family. Do you understand me? Then it would have been pointing a finger. And it would have been condemnation. But this right here is just dropping gems. These conversations that I'm having with y'all, that I've had over and over again, I've been having with my nieces since they was teenagers. The reason why is so that you can guard yourself. You can guard yourself. So you won't fall prey to this stuff. Because some of these people will kill you. Do y'all understand the ever-growing rate of femicide, especially against black women? It's because you're setting yourself up to be harmed. Physically, mentally, emotionally, sexually. You're setting yourself up to be harmed. And I understand if you don't want to hear the truth. I understand that you have a right to do what you want to do, but just like you got a right to do what you want to do, and I got the right to do what I want to do, and what I want to do is come on here and warn anybody that's listening. And Beach, if you are over there twerking around with them Manosphere niggas, what does that say? That you are too old and you are too smart to be associating yourself with that kind of man, those kind of men. Do you want yourself to get hurt? Because see, one day, one of them men is going to come looking for you. Because you never know who is in the background watching this situation, watching these types of scenarios unfold. So you are putting yourself in danger too, even over there associating with them. It's just like you like, say you find a injured animal in the woods, an injured wild animal, right? That wild animal will allow you to nurse it back to health, right? But at the end of the day, it's still a wild animal. And because it's a wild animal, eventually it is going to bite you or kill you. So if you are over there associating yourself with those men, you are setting yourself up for danger. And what does it say about you? See, just like it's a lot of men online with mommy issues, it's a lot of women online with mommy issues and other types of issues. All the issues that they got going over there is a whole lot of issues that women got going on. Okay? And toxic relationships never end well. Why do you think you can have a successful relationship with anybody that you met online? Why would you do that? That is not common sense to me. You know, but that's just me. It's just my world. Maybe it's something that I'm not understanding. But the world don't change. The world don't change. I don't care if it's online or offline. At the end of the day, the world don't change. They might change the way that they play the game, which clearly the Manosphere has done. Because they used to want to fool with women, and the only women they used to fool with is Anglo women. That is why a Anglo woman is ahead of the black Manosphere nowadays. Mm-hmm. But see, that's the truth. But see, you live, you learn, and you grow. You can't stay in this. Why would you want to stay in the same place forever as women? Why would you want to do that? You have to be comfortable with loving yourself first. And part of loving yourself is not allowing yourself to fall prey to nonsense. You got to have too much. You got to have so much pride in yourself and so much confidence in yourself. Is even if you are alone, it don't mean you have to be lonely. Even if you are alone, you do not have to be lonely. Okay? That is not necessary. And don't let the world tell you that you have to be with somebody, that you have to be in a relationship. That's not necessary. It's not necessary. Your self-respect and your dignity, that is a must. Those are your shields. That is your protection. That is how you guard your heart. Okay? And it can save your life when you listen to your intuition. When your intuition is throwing red flags up to you, listen to that intuition. That's what it's there for. It's because it's warning you. When those are warning bells going off in your head. Danger, danger. And you're right. Maybe she don't. Maybe Biggie Face, you're right. She don't have to. Yeah, I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about in general. Everybody got a right to do what they want to do. And like I said, as me, this is me exercising my rights to try to talk to even if it's one woman that got what I was saying. Maybe she didn't grow up with a mama, or maybe she didn't grow up with aunties that could tell her that, hey, you don't have to be a victim when it comes to these men if you don't want to, if you don't allow yourself. So even if one woman gets it, especially when it comes to this online stuff, it could save your life. See, I don't take for granted just because we are women that we automatically know the game. We automatically know the playbook. I don't take that sort of thing for granted. Life is hard, especially for women. Especially for women in this world. Life is hard. But God is always good. And for that reason, you don't have to put yourself up like that. I don't understand. It's ridiculous. And so Beach says, I brought my husband on to check them, and since then, them men don't really try me like they used to. I don't even why would you have to bring your husband online to check anybody? My husband would never come online with me for no nonsense like this. He would never. Because he think it's ridiculous. He would never. Ever. I don't even I don't understand that train of thought either. You know. Let me read this though. Miss B says not taking ownership and trying to justify all this BS sounds stupid as hell. Only thing that would make it right is taking ownership and learning from. Absolutely. I agree. That's part of the purpose of the video too. You know. But no. You know, sometimes it's hard to hear a different perspective. Do you see what I'm saying? Because a person like me, I am on the outside looking in, right? But the Bible even said warning comes before destruction. That is the purpose of the video. You know what I mean? And so Beach says, Biggie, I don't know what this is about. I claim the money. I claim the money and what? The money and the life insurance. Now you get you one. So your happiness or your claim to fame is predicated on money and life insurance. See, that's another issue. So your self-worth is predicated on life insurance and money. That's your self-worth. That is the sum total of your self-worth. That don't make no sense to me. Okay? But anyway, I didn't mean to get so emotional because I did get emotional because I would not I at the end of the day, I don't like to see women, especially black women, falling prey to this nonsense. But when it comes to that manosphere and whoever's over there twerking with them, you are putting yourself in harm's way. Because it seems to me that these guys are being radicalized online, radicalized to the point to where they want to hurt you in any way that they can. Okay? And the women that are over there covering for them, you're male identified. And you need to check whatever it is inside of you that's making you think that it's okay to put yourself in harm's way. Associating with them, whichever way you're associating with them, it's unsafe at the end of the day. And I hope that y'all got the purpose of this video, because it was not to condemn. It was to drop a few gems for anybody that was willing to listen to it, listen to any part of it. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, let me tell y'all something. This ain't nothing but commentary for me. Okay? At the end of the day. And if I can drop a couple of gems to help somebody in the midst of my commentary, that's what I'm going to do. So why are you taking it personal? That's ridiculous to me. Women have come too far in this world to still be falling victim to this nonsense. Because that's what it is to me, a lot of nonsense. It don't make no sense. You know. Thank you, I mean. And I hate that She may have taken it the wrong way, or anybody have taken it the wrong way. But the truth is the light of the world. And how can I say I love you, okay, if I don't tell you the truth? Okay? And I know that'll go over some because it needed to be done. I got an apology. Okay. That sound like you was way too invested in the situation. That's all it sound like to me. Because I don't expect apology from nobody online. Because like, who cares? These people don't know me. It's 50-year-old women falling for them injuries and contacting their wives. No, she ain't the first one, and she won't be. I think you came in late, mother twerks. So you need to go back and listen to the first part of my video, because we talked about that as well. We did. Yeah. Yep. Yep. You have some more questions, kind to me? So I just really would like for women at the end of the day to be safe. And I really mean that. And I don't know whatever else to say about this. Like I said, I've had these conversations over and over again. Those men over there are very dangerous. They are sick. Period. And anybody associating with them or siding with them is sick, in my opinion. It is not safe. Okay? It is not safe. And you need to care more about yourself than to allow yourself to be put in these types of situations. And so if anybody learned anything today, that's a good thing. And that's the purpose of the video. That is the purpose of the commentary. I don't know you, so why would I wag my finger at you? I am simply stating facts, and the facts are the facts. These are the facts as I see them. These are the facts when it comes to this ministry situation and this online dating with these crazies. These are the facts the way that I see them. Nobody is supposed, you don't have to agree if you don't want to. But the purpose is not to get you to agree. The purpose is to get you to think and at least consider what it is from I guess from a outsider looking in doing commentary, right? The purpose is to get you at least consider. At least consider caring more about yourself. And so anyway, that's all I got. And I, you know, I don't know whatever else to say. See, when it comes to being embarrassed, like I said once again, if you don't start nothing, it won't be nothing. That's how you save yourself a whole lot of embarrassment and a whole lot of heartache and pain. If you don't start nothing, it won't be nothing. Listen to your intuition. Because your intuition is never going to steer you wrong. Listen to the warning bells. Okay? Because my intuition ain't never steered me wrong. If I hadn't been listening to my intuition and discernment, I could have been gone away from this earth years ago. In my 20s, as a matter of fact. So, intuition, women, ladies, is a good thing. Listen to it. Don't override your intuition. Yeah, she's upset with Miss O. It's unfortunate. I did not call the girl up to make her upset with me, but the truth is the light of the world. And like I said, if she was some kin to me, it would have been much worse. It would have been online, but you best believe it would have been much worse. This right here, this is nothing. Because what I want to do is bury one of mine about no nonsense like this. This is what I don't want to do. So I'm always up in their business. Because I be dang. Well, some about, you know what I mean. For me, this is in my opinion. In my opinion, online dating is not a good thing. It's not safe. That is my opinion. You know what I mean. And so I understand. I understand and I respect your opinion. But this is just my opinion. This is my commentary. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, and no, I was not being disrespectful. And hopefully, after she's done being upset, she will at least consider what it is that I said for future reference. Because, like I said, if you don't start nothing, it won't be nothing. And warning does come before destruction. And you need to guard yourself. Not only your heart and soul, but your physical. You need to guard yourself. You know. Now, everybody's entitled to their own opinion at the end of the day. And like people always say, if you put it on YouTube, we're gonna talk about it. This ain't the first time I done talked about these situations. And it ain't gonna be the last, probably. And it ain't gonna be the last. And that's unfortunate. And so, you know, and we all know that folks don't like my commentary. Some of them. A lot of stuff goes over a lot of people's head and they take it personally. It ain't personal for me. It ain't personal for me. But if I can come on here and say something that's going to hopefully save somebody's life, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not apologizing. I'm just stating facts once again. I don't trust these types of situations. And maybe I'm just too old school. But I don't trust it. Period. You know. And so anyway, and another reason for these videos is, do you realize how many young women out there don't even have older women in their lives to give them any type of information that could aid them, that could guard them, any type of positive role models or influence? I had so much talking to in my youth that whenever I would encounter any type of situation, even today, I still got my grandmama's and my mama's voice in my head, like I literally can't escape it. But a lot of people don't have anybody's voice in the back of their head to fill them with knowledge. You know, back in the day when I was coming up, you would be embarrassed to you would do anything in the world not to embarrass your family. Not so much so today. Anything in the world not to embarrass them, not to have them talks. You know, but when it comes to a lot of people today, there is no shame anymore. Just anything goes, I guess. I guess. You know, but if you have absolutely every right to present yourself in that manner if you want to, because God gave us free will. And it is my free will to warn you guys, if you are willing to consider, not even listen, but consider what it is that I have said. I'm exercising my free will to come out here and drop these gems. Okay? Because a lot of people don't hear stuff like this. Like a lot of people have never heard the term much right man. But if you argue over here, out here arguing, if some women out here arguing about a man, that's a much right man. You got just as much right to him as the one you arguing with got right to him. It's a much right man. Everybody got a right to him. So why are you arguing with each other? I don't understand that either. I don't get that train of thought. We are all responsible for our own actions at the end of the day, whether you like it or not. You know. And so that's just all I got. You know. That's right, just me. Just me says yes. Big mama and grandmama wasn't no. Absolutely, you better not embarrass them. Bet not. Bet not. But unfortunately, a lot of people don't have those types of teachings these days. Because I was also taught that in my family, when something happens to you that puts you in a negative light, it don't only happen to you. It don't only put you in a negative light. That is impacting your family in a negative way. And I even understand that, Joan Anderson. Joan Anderson says exactly. These ladies don't like for the older women in this of this sector. Let me go back up. To tell them anything. Because they feel as if some are acting just like them. I understand that. And some of them are. You can be 50, 60 years old, and I can be talking to you. Maybe nobody never told you. You know. And so that's my issue. But at the end of the line, my issue is safety. I guess the last thing that I say, and I'm gonna close out. And thank you guys so much for listening to this video. And I hope that you will at least consider. Don't have to agree, but at least consider guarding yourself, guarding your heart, mind, soul, and body. You know. And so that's my issue. Just guard yourself. Guard yourself. And so thank you, Unbound. But anyway, I gotta go. You guys take care. All right. If you came in late, please go back and listen to the beginning of the video. Maybe I said something that that you will appreciate, maybe not. You know what I mean? But once again, it just is what it is at this point in time. This ain't the first video I done did like this, and unfortunately, it probably won't be the last. Bye, Chlorio. I'm gonna talk to you guys later, okay? Y'all be safe out there. Bye bye. Peace.